Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah,
Back in the building.
back.
It's another correct change thing. You know what it is, people. We're gonna leave it all on the table. It's all there, and we ain't gonna shout you. We're gonna jump straight into the show.
Yes, sir.
My guy, Mr. T, back in the building.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, bro. Good to see you. Per usual.
What we got on the talking board today, man?
I tell you what we don't have on the talking board, or should I say it won't be long.
What we got?
The Detroit Pistons.
Motherfuckers.
I'm not gonna let you motherfuckers escape. I'm not gonna let you escape the fire.
Look,
You told the people you had cash. Boy, I had to sit here and take it to the chin. It ain't even my team, but you was at me like it was my team.
hey, I'm at anybody. I'm still on the Pistons. The Pistons still gonna do their thing, man.
Yeah.
They ain't
Just
do
not
it
this
they
year.
ain't get there this year.
So just because we want to be transparent and honest with our audience, I want you to say briefly, because you had a lot to say why y'all was winning, short winning,
Still technically winning.
no, I mean,
Yeah, I said technically.
I guess if you're better off than what you were.
Hey, we better than last year, man, and I did not expect us to go as far as we did.
Yeah, but you had 19 wins last year.
Hey, we did.
And I'm probably generous with that. So they ain't saying a lot.
Yeah.
But I'll let you defend your team, or just tell us briefly why y'all lost.
Honestly, man, I think they played a really good game, but I think K can't do it by himself. I mean, he got some big dudes out there that's helping him, but he can't be the only one shooting. Like, get him a little bit of help or something.
See, my only problem with that, or my concern with that, is that Game 7, was that a Game 7?
Game 6.
It's Game 6.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing it by himself. In fact, he wasn't doing it even the majority of by himself. His points don't reflect that. Not that game.
I agree.
Not the elimination game. I think what I saw from the Detroit Pistons is that, you can have your stud carry you through the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But every team has a closer, and your closer may not be your stud.
Yeah.
And I think the Detroit Pistons have to figure out what Cade Cunningham is going to be. Does he have the confidence in himself to be a closer? It's kind of like, you see what I'm saying? Because when the game was on the line, it was like he was making himself, like he kind of shot, like one through three, the quarters, he may be that dude, right?
You're right.
But when the game's on the line and we're dealing with 5 minutes or less on the clock, down 10 points, are you going to be Nick Bronson? Nick Bronson can do enough to get. It's kind of like, let me use another example with that. Not so much better, but it is better. All Jimmy Butler required of the Miami Heat to do was to keep them in the game
That's it.
until the fourth quarter, and I will close it.
Yeah.
For the first 3 quarters, I'm going to get all my teammates going.
So you saying they need like a true vet?
They need I'm not even going to say a true vet, because Nick Bronson is not a vet, but he's their closer.
Oh, okay, you got a point there.
You have to assign somebody, because it ain't always going to be your superstar.
Yeah, you
But you
need
got somebody that will be, I'm going to close it. Give me the ball, move out the way.
I give you that. I'll take that. I'll take that criticism.
I mean, Devin Booker is the star of the Suns, but he's not the closer. As of now, he's not the closer. The closer will be Kevin Durant. Give me the ball, get out the way.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem with Detroit, though. It ain't a lot of options out there for to go pick somebody up like that. Like who you gonna get to do that?
Well, I'm not saying you have to pick somebody up. I'm saying you can assign somebody. I think the roster is improved a lot and deep enough to the point where you can assign that to somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
You can assign that to somebody who wants the job, who wants to step up, who's going to be the closer.
You also gotta look at your team. You gotta look at the team and be like, do we have that on our team right now?
I mean,
'Cause
again, you could be right.
Could be it. But
You're right.
I mean,
They could be the personnel may not truly be filled out.
right.
To have that role in it. Maybe you have to find it. Maybe you have to look at your team and be like, you know what? Thompson, maybe such and such. You know what I'm saying? And get ready for their role, because as I look at the Detroit Pistons, that's all I saw in Game 6 was a bunch of confusion on who's going to be the closer.
Yeah, I agree with that one. They were like Thompson locked Brunson ass down like all game, and then they took him out. They took him out early in the fourth quarter because they know they was gonna need him. He was already in foul trouble. So towards the end of the fourth quarter, they put him in there and locked his ass down. Unfortunately, Brunson crossed his ass over. I'm not mad at how the game went. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at how the series went. I'm just proud they got to where they got with the team they got.
I think Brunson truly sit down when he was on their bench for a minute and assessed the way what the defense was doing at the top of the key and said, "That's how I got them.
I got to separate them.
That's how I got them. I don't need a pick and roll. I don't need a high pick and roll. Let me have them one-on-one. Yeah. Let me spread them out a little bit."
And that's exactly what happened.
And that's exactly what happened. And I got it. And I'm gonna be in real moment. And in fairness, Thompson is not proven as an elite defender yet. So
yeah, he's still young. He's still early.
So this is what's going to happen when Brunson does what he does, because he's looked at it as an elite offensive player right now. Mm-hmm. If he can get the ref to just focus on him and Thompson, which is exactly what he did. The only thing that could have happened in this situation is Thompson fouls him. Either it's an and one or he fouls him. Either way, I got you focused because you know he's not an elite defender, at least yet. So I'm gonna get the benefit of the doubt of the refs.
Yeah.
If I'm Nick Brunson, and then there you go.
I think out of all games, Game 6 was fair, and they called it how it was, man.
Yeah, no, Game 6 was fair. It was just unfortunate, but it was fair. I mean, because I can't take nothing away from Brunson, bro. Like,
let the boys play.
Brunson was, bro, and continues to be magnificent.
Oh yeah, he's gonna come into it.
Like, I watched Indiana last night, bro, and I was looking at Tyler, and Tyler was cold the whole game, but the last 4 buckets that he made was so clutch and so needed. Again, you have your closer.
Yeah.
Again, you have your closer, bro. We can go back to Denver. Again, you have your closer. They was down.
Yeah.
Jokic, you see him. You saw the video. Right. Standing up over him. Give me the ball. Get out the way. That's all that means, right? And I'm gonna take you to the promised land. We're gonna get the W. Yeah, man. But yeah, we're watching some good playoff basketball. I will say this. You know, I like the upsets. I like them all. So, look, you've been asking me for some time to check out the highly anticipated, highly ranked, appreciated new movie.
Yeah, buddy.
And The Sinners. You know what? Let me get right. Ryan Coogler deserves that. Sinners.
Facts.
Sinners. I'm going to call this segment, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou Sinner? And I'm going to tell you why as we get into it. But,
okay.
You get it? Okay, so, yeah. All right, so look, great movie. Worth all the accolades and cheers, applauses that it's getting from the audience as well as the celebrities. You know, whether you think it's a 10 or not, it's definitely not overhyped. That's what it is, bro. It's a great movie. Ryan Coogler, you did your thing on that jump, bro. Matter of fact, the whole cast, not just Michael B. Jordan, the whole cast, man.
Hell yeah.
Man, the whole cast, brilliant, man. Cornbread, everybody was brilliant, bro.
Yeah, Cornbread, I be rolling down.
I mean, everybody played their role to a T, man. I truly applaud y'all, man. The vampires, everybody made me feel like this was authentic. And it's almost scary because it made me feel like you was truly your character.
Yeah, you was immersed in the story.
Yeah, I was about, like, here's the thing. If you didn't like horror movies, you didn't have time to get scared. Mm-hmm. And great job by Ryan Coogler because the storyline was so smooth and interesting to the point where even if you were one of those people that got to watch the movies with one hand over your eye, you know, and I'm not knocking those that do that. Lord knows I've done it per se, but you were so sucked in by the movie that by the time those scenes came, you didn't want to look away. You was like, fuck it, I'm gonna let it ride. Oh shit. Shit. Oh shit. It was just, the movie could have been called Oh Shit. And because it was just so many oh shit moments in this movie, y'all.
I think the script itself, man, was phenomenal. But how the actors and actress just played that part, how they said they line, I was like, damn, she cold.
She cold. All of it, man, all of it was cold. And here's the thing. Ryan Coogler gave everybody a catchphrase line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just look on social media, y'all. Every character, if I send this to you, if I send this to you,
right.
It was like, man, like, let me ask you this. Do you think this was Michael B. Jordan's crossover role? Do you think this was his Sidney Poitier? Do you think this was his Denzel moment where it's like we can separate him from everybody else?
Maybe I wouldn't put him up there with Denzel.
Well, what I mean, no. Well, I'm just saying within his generation, like, do you think this was his best, or we have yet to see it?
This is one of his best acting movies.
But this ain't his. You think his ceiling? This not his ceiling.
No.
Yeah,
not.
I'm still looking for that role that would be like, you know what? We are never going to forget that line.
Yeah.
And that emotion that came out of.
I think this.
If I can be honest with you, he didn't give me. It wasn't even Black Panther for me, right? It was Fruitvale Station.
Oh, okay.
That was the movie that made me like, okay, this dude right here. The emotion that he was that I was able to tap in and feel. Mm-hmm. It was almost. It wasn't. It was a John Q moment. It wasn't John Q, but it was a John Q moment.
Okay.
For him. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, man, with that being said, man, you've played, Michael B., you've played some phenomenal roles. I look forward to growing with you, seeing you, being a part of history with you, this new generation of amazing talent.
Man, you taking to the heart right now, man.
Hey, I was looking for him and Chadwick Boseman were
phenomenal in that movie, man.
Yes, but just even in their individual roles, right? Mm-hmm. They were my just my hope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just my hope.
I think I would say both of them in Black Panther was like them becoming the new Denzel of our era, and like I think with Sinners, Michael B. Jordan, I think this is his, because you almost forgot about him after he did Black Panther, right? But with this movie coming out, you're like, damn, I forgot how good of an actor he is. You know what I mean? So now it's like, oh shit, what's my next? So my advice is for him to keep dropping shit within the next 2 to 3 years, because once you get in that warm space in Hollywood, you need to be dropping back to back to back.
Well,
Kevin Hart did, and he kind of
flooded
the market with his his tapes, his movies, his whatever, and you were like, oh shit, Kevin Hart, that dude.
Yeah.
And he kind of got quiet. You know what I mean? And I think right now that's where Michael B. Jordan is right now, where he needs to be feeding his fans a whole bunch of content. Not no crazy shit, but some good content.
Well, here's the thing. I appreciate, because the 2 years that he took off from Black Panther, according to the timeline that you said that you feel like he needs no longer than 2-3 years, they took around about the same time. They waited like maybe a year and a half before Wakanda Forever came out.
Yeah.
And then another year and a half or two before this came out. And what we gotten since Black Panther, what we gotten really since Fruitvale Station as well. And I'm pretty sure I think I'm missing a movie.
He can definitely pick a really good script.
Yes, he's taking his time and he's giving us a good quality. See, you can take the Kevin. Look, I respect Kevin Hart's work ethic. The ability to drop so much material.
Yeah.
Some of it is not considered, we may forget about it in due time.
Yeah.
It's not classical. All of it's not classical work, right?
Yeah, I agree.
When you look at Denzels, there's a lot of he doesn't have as many movies as you would think he would have since he's been doing this, but what he has is hits.
I think
it's classical.
I guess
it's like Kevin Costner, right?
Yeah, I think the key point is like I know I said he need to put out a lot of content, but with him it's more so quality over quantity. Like
yes.
You have to wait to get a really good movie out of him.
Yes.
And when you finally get that next one, you're like, damn, this was good. Versus saying, damn, it's another one. Kevin Hart, no shade to him, like he makes some good content, but not all his shit, like you said, it ain't gonna be like, oh shit, I need to go watch this one again.
Yeah. It won't be a lot. It's half and half.
Yeah.
And that's still saying that's not for the amount of work he got out there. That's just not a good enough ratio for me.
Yeah.
And it's not him as an actor. It may be the writers. It may be the whatever his co-cast members or whatnot. But you have to be able to put out the quality work and allow it to stand the test of time. Black Panther will stand the test of time.
Absolutely.
Probably more so than Wakanda Forever. Fruitvale Station may stand the test of time, right? We'll go back but what I can tell you is that Sinners will be talked about for generations.
Yeah, but Black Panther, I think Black Panther is like on a whole nother spectrum versus we're not comparing the two. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I'm just simply saying that Black Panther is on another level as far as black movies, because Black Panther basically was a whole movie about a black superhero that was ridiculously successful.
Yeah.
And we don't have one that was that successful. We don't have one that like everybody was like, damn, that was good. Like that's the only movie that's up there right now. It's in its tier on its own as far as like black superhero movies.
I think I agree with you. I want to add this to this though. Black Panther was dropped in a time where black people needed it the most.
Right on time.
And I'm gonna throw out a name that we don't consider a superhero, but did amazing numbers. Was Blade?
Blade was good.
Blade was your vigilante justice.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much about
I like Blade.
Colonizers.
Yeah.
And black people and this and that.
A black guy kicking ass.
Yeah. See, in a time where we're dealing with so much judicial injustice, when we're dealing with morality fraud, is what
I like that.
You like
morality
that?
Fraud.
Morality fraud. In an era where we're dealing with that right there, Black Panther dropped. Mm-hmm. And that was the time where we walked out the movie theater feeling up, not down. Like we felt strong. We felt stronger. It was different than Blade. We needed that. We needed the emotion that it bodied. Blade was just like, okay, I'm killing white vampires. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And we saw where that was going. But Black Panther will definitely. I mean, that's his body of work, if nothing else. But Sinners is definitely a great movie. What did you, as you watched it, what were... Okay, first, let me say this. I think you understood why I said, oh, brother, where art thou sinners? Mm-hmm. For those of y'all who never seen one of my favorite movies, is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
George Clooney? Yeah, some of his best work, y'all. I need y'all to check this movie out. This movie will probably be the undisclosed sequel to Sinners. the invisible sequel to Sinners that was actually a prequel.
The George Clooney movie?
Yes. Hear me
I'm
out.
gonna have to go back and watch that movie.
Okay, because there's a young black man in there with a guitar that they meet on the railroad tracks.
It was.
And
So
what did
that,
what did he say? I just sold my soul to the devil for this
I
here
remember
guitar.
that. Damn. I'm gonna have to go back.
Ryan Coogler, I did. I didn't have to do my homework because I'm a fan of the movie.
Ooh, I gotta.
And a lot of people haven't seen that movie, Ryan Coogler. So for me, you gave the aftermath
Nah, he snuck one in on us.
of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. You gave me the aftermath, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant. And because in that movie, it was not really about Sammy, if you will. It wasn't about him. It was about, the white convicts escaping prison, taking us on a comedy adventurous joyride.
Yeah.
They run across the black man. He jumps in with them. And if you remember in that scene with the Ku Klux Klan now, and now we're talking Ku Klux Klan and Sinners too now.
Yeah.
He said the devil's coming to get his just due when they was walking him down. And it was the Klansmen. So
I remember that movie now.
what I would say now,
I didn't put that shit together. That was nice.
look, it's my job.
I gotta go.
I'm on my journalism shit, man.
Yeah.
look.
So there definitely will be a Sinners too, if y'all don't.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Here's the thing.
I think that's where Michael B. Jordan is really just gonna fucking outshine then.
Because he could just play one role. He could just
Like
be
one role
and be Stags.
And he's the nice fucking evil guy.
But see, here's the thing. Man, look, somebody pointed out something so cold, right? The man had the Coogee sweater on with the Jesus piece.
I see that.
I was like, oh shit, bro. This boy, this man's gangster on a whole different level, right? But I was like, but here's the thing, I don't want a Sinners 2.
I do.
I don't. I do.
I only want.
You can't make me fall in love unless you're going to sell it on a love story between him
It's
and
not
what's her
gonna be a
name?
story. It's not gonna.
Well, I mean, they on their Bonnie and Clyde shit.
Yeah, right.
I guess they're on their Bonnie and Clyde shit.
Look, just think about this though. Like, even if they take the perspective of Bonnie and Clyde shit, right? As a vampires, like now they can go out there and be like, all right, because the whole I don't want to say. In my opinion, part of the premise of Sinners was, you took our culture. So part 2 would be like, we finna try to take this shit back. Or if we not successful in taking it back, we gonna disrupt y'all from manipulating our culture from that aspect.
Now, T, I'll be honest with you. I didn't get that out the first movie. I didn't get that out of Stealing Culture, right?
Piece of it.
Yeah, I didn't see. It wasn't. I'm gonna tell you what I got out of this movie. Let me go back to Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. They had to happen. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou had to happen before the the vampires. The true story of Samuel says that he ran away with his guitar, feeling defeated with his musicianship, where he was walking across some railroad tracks and ran into the devil. And the devil said, if I touch your guitar, it'll be tuned forever. In return, I want your soul. That's the true legend behind him in real time, in real life. Okay, so if we go to Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, that happened before Sinners because he had just got that guitar. I think he was on his way at the end of Sinners. I think he was on his way. I think he found his way back home. He had started playing the guitar, and then Sinners opens up with his dad taking the guitar because he was already great.
Right.
Think about it. He was already great.
Well, not in the. So when the movie opens up, though, his father is taking the guitar away from him.
Yeah.
He was only great in the aspect when he came from the little juke joint that got attacked by all.
Nah, man, man, did you hear how he was playing in the car with Stex? And when he got to the juke joint, he was already phenomenal. Because you could see how you saw how Stex looked at him and was like, damn, boy, I wasn't expecting it.
No, he wasn't well known at that point.
No, that ain't about. I ain't say well known. I ain't say well known. I say he was great. Because the true legend behind him says this right here. That right when his music was starting to grow and catch popularity, he dropped dead.
Okay.
And the people that know the story says the only way that they can explain is that the devil told him that he would be great. He didn't say that he would be. The devil said that he didn't grant him you would enjoy your success. I said, I'm gonna tune this guitar and your music will be great. I ain't say you would enjoy it.
I don't know. I guess that's the backstory that I guess you.
Yeah, look, I've done a lot of research. I've, on my own as well as listening to TikTok investigators, and I bring it to light with what I already knew, and so in this movie, they painted a picture. Ryan Coogler painted a picture. I respectfully, I'm on the fence about it, because for me,
you on the fence of what?
Their music is the root of all evil. As I watch this movie, I can't help but to see it as being a musician, being a producer, being an engineer. I can't help but to say that or see that he painted the picture that music could be the root of all evil. Okay. Depending on where your spirit is, where your light is.
Yeah, if your spirit shaky, you don't need to go see this movie.
Well, no, that part too. But if your spirit is not right while you're composing music, how detrimental that can be to society.
Well, I mean, again, that goes back. How strong are you to watch something that's challenging something you believe in? Because in the movie as well, he also said, when I guess the lead vampire or whatever the hell he was, he was like, when he was young, he was saying the Lord's grace, and he was saying, those same men came to my father's land, preaching this, and all they did was trick them, kill them, and then stole their land.
I mean, so yeah, I do remember.
So I mean, that's he kind of spoke on the questioning of religion as well as music, but it just depends on how your faith is and how much you enjoy music. At the end of the day, it was one hell of a good movie.
Yes,
you just dissect it. It's so much shit in that movie that you can dissect it, but it's just, it is what it is, man. It was just a really good fucking movie.
I think.
And all good movies make you question everything in fucking movie.
Yes, I never had a movie that made me think so hard afterwards.
Yeah.
Contemplating. What do they mean by this? What was the angle by this? I mean, and I love the fact that Ryan Coogler allowed this to happen to people. In the movie, when Samuel starts doing the Lord's Prayer, the demons start saying it with him.
Yeah.
And it was caught that, right? And it was actually music to their ears.
Yeah.
People, I need you to understand this. Very important that your scriptures and your prayers are not simply enough to fight the devil, to fight evil coming against you, negativity coming against you. It takes complete and utterly faith. You have to be grounded and rooted in faith, because
faith in God, not religion.
Yes, faith in God.
Very clear.
Faith in God, not religion. I'm not knocking religion, to each his own, y'all. I won't knock you. I won't knock your religion. I'm never going to do that. Whatever's got you walking a better life, having a better life, walking a better road, being who you need to be, and you feel good about it, and you're not wronging people, who am I to tell you that you're wrong or to stop you? I would never do that. But what I am telling you is that have your faith in God. Have that, because those prayers, unlike most vampire or demonic movies, typically when you hear the prayer, the Lord's Prayer, not making light of it, it tends to do something. It may save you in the last minute. It may do something, right? In this movie, that didn't happen. That did not happen. And I thought it was very important because the devil knows the word too. The devil bows down to God, knows God, is in Job. There's a part in Job that I used to be like, oh man, he said all the angels, including Lucifer, gathered.
Not to sidetrack where you're going, but I think to me in that movie the most fucked up part that I don't know if anybody caught was the Native Americans coming to kill a white guy. They're trying to take him back. So I don't know what that means. Were they trying to take him back to hell, meaning Native Americans are from hell, or they are the bounty hunters of hell trying to bring the white man back to hell? Did you catch that? When he first escaped and he ran and knocked on the house.
I don't think Native Americans are a representation of hell.
I do not. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I am only saying what I seen in the video. In the movie, it's so many things you can kind of point out. I'm like, damn, what does that mean? But the Native Americans, I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting them.
Well, I think the Native Americans had. I think those particular Native Americans are just like what was that girlfriend name? No, Smoke girlfriend.
I can't remember
the root, you know what I'm saying? The root, the Louisiana way of spirituality, right? Where it's grounded in. I think that they have a discernment. I think that they understood that this person was possessed and had a demon in him.
That was a fine black woman.
Oh yeah, man. Look, Ryan Coogler. And I'm gonna jump on topic real quick, man. We live in a society where the majority of movies and music videos cater to the beauty of the light-skinned woman. Yeah. And why I love me some light-skinned women. All right, I love all women.
That black woman was
I love the fact that for a brief minute, you chose to let the light-skinned woman. Look, you chose. You allowed the light-skinned woman to be with the shit. She was with the shit. She was more, in most movies, the dark-skinned woman, the dark brown woman is looked at as ratchet and with the shit. They try to paint the picture that the light-skinned woman is more sophisticated, nose up. No, she was with the shit. She came in with it. There was nothing delicate or decorum about her at all. It was so going back to Smoke's girl, strong, authentic,
loving, caring, powerful, man. She was fucking
old school, black, no nonsense, black strong woman. Yep. Matter of fact, she is a hidden gem as it comes to being a hero of this movie.
Fucking Lulu.
What we got out of that, the principle of that, is understanding the type of women that you have in your life, from Smoke to Stack. You know what I'm saying? Smoke woman was about, I want to heal what's wrong with you. I want to stand behind you. I want to love you. I've always loved you. I'm going to move as you say move. I'm going to respect your authority. And I'm just here to shed light on what it is that you don't see. I'm going to do what you want to do, but I'm going to shed light on what it is that I see. And that's what it is. Stack's girl was just as blind as he was, just as eager as he was, didn't move, really was not the thinker, really they reacted to everything versus responding to everything. Yeah. Responding means to take the time to weigh things out, assess things. When she told him, when he told her about the tally of the numbers, right? Mm-hmm. After the vampires had came and was like, man, we just want to come in. We got gold. Yeah. Let us in. And he was like, Smoke thought about it, and Smoke was like, man, nah. Now, Smoke never thought about it. Mm-hmm. Smoke never thought about it. He was like, man, take y'all ass on down the road, man. Right. And even when he almost did it, his woman was like, nah, this don't.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. And then he snapped back and was like, look, man, y'all get y'all ass on. This shit is what it is, man. Okay, so Stack goes talk to the girl and tell the girl, look, the tally ain't that. No, they coming in.
What the sisters say? Look, these folks, that's all they got.
That's all they got.
Have a good time.
That's all they got.
You down here with po country.
Yeah, man.
You gotta take this.
Look, you better look. You better take these food stamps.
Look, money is money. You can spend it.
You better take these, whatever. We got whatever because here, it may not be good in New York, but here, it's money.
It's money.
And you can spend it, you can trade it, you can do whatever you want to do with it, but this is money. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the girl's like, man, we need to go get this money. Let me help you. Let me show you I'm a ride or die. Go get that money. Don't let that money go stack. And he like, man, I don't know, man. You just heard Smoke. But baby, Smoke gonna look at you different when you go get this money. When you come back with this money and you right. And then he said, all right, I'm gonna go get it. And then what she say? Nah, let me go get it.
Yeah, because you gotta realize
totally out of pocket.
Smoke relationship with his girl was love. Stack and his was passion.
Straight lust, passion. Yeah. And it wasn't built on anything like just really.
I don't know if it was lust, because it seemed like they was really
passionate about it. They did have some passion about each other.
In that era, like Stack told her, like, I can't be with you.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna give me, you fuck around and get me killed out here.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like he talked like, I love you, but like what we doing is detrimental to me, not you.
Facts.
Like, you can do it and they can just be like, whatever. But if they see me walking around with you, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and then he was like, and then what she said, she tricked them. See, they wanted to do business with anybody. Mm-hmm. Right? It didn't matter who you were. They wanted to do business with anybody. Her response to him, because he got ready to go, and she said, nah, baby, let me go. You know, they gonna talk to me. They ain't gonna talk to you, which was a lie. We just saw that they was talking to everybody. Anybody that would let him in. I thought it was irresponsible that he allowed her to go versus him. You sent her out there with them wolves. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know what you're going to get out of the situation.
He was always the knucklehead, though.
Yeah, and then you come back. I don't think, and here's the thing, was going to be interesting. Stack probably lived as long as he did because Smoke was with him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Every step of the way.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro. The protector, the no nonsense, I ain't playing that all. Ain't nothing funny. You ain't gonna catch me laughing and shit. You ain't smiling. I don't think I saw Smoke smile one time.
He sent them to the train station. Hey man, watch my brother back.
Yeah.
He just gonna be out there. Watch my brother back.
Wait, tell a little girl, you ever heard of Smokestack Twin? Yeah. Well, I'm Smoke. Yeah. Anybody come touch this truck? When he came out there, no questions asked, man. Just shot him in the ass. Yeah. like what you doing behind that joint? I think.
I can't leave you.
Yeah.
With no injuries.
Yeah, that's it. Now, how this gonna make me look? How this gonna make me look? I can't hear nobody already talking about, man, I almost robbed her. Yeah, nah, man, this shit ain't gonna fly. You know, as I continue to watch the movie and enjoying every bit of it, you know, we could talk about the whole idea of I love the whole format of you got to invite them in.
Yeah, I did like that.
You know,
Corporate had me fucking rolling.
Yeah,
We all just chilling and family. We gon', just come on, invite me.
Yeah. You know how we get down.
Yeah, you been here all night. You ain't never.
Yeah, you been walking in. Why you can't bring your big ass in? I said, why you can't bring your big ass in? Bring your big ass in. You been coming in and out.
Look, I'm just.
And look, cause Smoke Girl was like, hey man, hold on. Why you need to be invited in?
Yeah, and then Smoke.
And that's what Smoke was like. Hold on. Yeah, nigga.
You been coming in and out of here all
You
night.
ain't enough. And here's the
I
thing.
need to be invited.
He didn't have to be verbally invited in. If you paid attention, he walked. All they had to do was move and get out the way.
Yeah.
And that was his invite. But they didn't. And every time he tried to walk, he couldn't make himself go in. So, of course, that's an explanatory, you know what I'm saying? Self-explanatory is, whether it's your car, your house, your place of business, your soul, your ears, be careful what you invite in, because they will come to you at their most vulnerable. They may be family, they may be friends. Be careful who you're inviting in. Be careful who when we go back to what the Native Americans did when they ran up on the house, right? I'm sitting there watching that, John, and I watched how the vampire finessed them to get in, and I was like, there's a scripture for that as well. No good deed goes unpunished.
Ooh, I ain't see that one coming.
No good deed goes unpunished, people. God don't need you to bless nobody. That's what that means. If he wants to bless you, he'll bless you. Now, if it's in your spirit to do right by somebody, by all means, do that, because he uses who he wants to use. But make sure that's him telling you that, and not something that you on some Captain Saver superhero type shit, and you just feel the need. Because sometimes the reason why I think no good deed goes unpunished is so valuable and so much of a necessity to have in the back of your mind before you call yourself doing things is because you can't play God. If somebody needs help, or you're around somebody that needs help, the level of, you don't know if they need help because God is chastising them. There's their time to reap or sow, or sometimes it's just to build character. But when you get in the way of doing that, have you ever helped somebody and instantly regretted it?
Hell yeah.
Whether it's in your soul, in your heart, or physically, have you ever helped somebody that next thing you know, you need help? It's because no good deed goes unpunished. Sometimes you need to stand down and let somebody go through what it is they have to go through. Now, if it's in your spirit to help him, you know what I'm saying, and you feel like God is truly putting it on your spirit, then so be it. But seek counsel before you do that, because everybody out here that has and has not is because of him. You know what I'm saying?
Mental health the mental health what is it? The mental health hotline number 988 is just simple.
Yeah, it's real quick. You can now I don't know what angle you was coming from with that. Like if I need to call you and talk to you, nigga, I'm calling you and talk.
Look, just throw that in there.
Yeah, just throw that in there. Okay.
Because in our community, it's that whole stereotype that black people don't go to therapy.
That's not true. Yeah, that's definitely not true.
I know that's not where you was going, but
you just throw that out there. Look, hey, somebody need to hear that. Hey, real talk. Because you shouldn't put, you have people that are trained professionals that can do that, and you should not. And be consciously aware of laying your burdens on everybody or expecting them to be able to, because just because they had today to talk to you don't mean they have tomorrow.
Venting is not you becoming stronger mentally and mental health wise. That's just you just trying to get it off your chest because it's in your head and you can't stop thinking about it. That's not going. I mean, it helps. That's a short term fix, but you need a long term solution. So venting is good, but if shit really bothering you, you need.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I think
mental health, man.
Mental health is important. I think going back to the movie, another pivotal thing that I got out of that, y'all, was making sure that your gift is not your God.
Oh, break that down for me.
Okay.
Break that down. I like that, but break it down.
Make sure that your gift doesn't become your God, people.
Ooh, I understand now.
You know, Samuel came face to face with, I'm gonna say the devil. I'm gonna keep saying the devil, right? All right. So he came face to face with the devil. Mm-hmm. Even after praying and hearing the devil pray with him, he went and sought refuge back at his father's church. He walked in there with a half a guitar. His dad was so happy to see him. His dad said, "Let it go, Samuel. Let that guitar go. Trust God. Let it go. Get God, let it go. Trust God, let it go. It's got a hold on you, Samuel. Let it go." We never saw Samuel let that guitar go. His gift became his God. How many of us are actually struggling with that? You know, on an everyday basis, you're so consumed with your gift, right, that you forget to follow your purpose. Your gift is always going to be more self-serving than your purpose. Had he chose to find his purpose, the gift would have never became his God. I always say this. Last month I had a epiphany, right?
Okay.
My epiphany was barbering is I'm not within my purpose.
Okay.
That's not my purpose. Barbering is an instrument. It's a gift that allows me to walk within my purpose. Okay. My purpose is talking, understanding, listening. Listening will be first. Point case. If I had to cut hair and be quiet the whole time I was cutting hair, I would have stopped a long time ago.
A barber is technically, man, like for black men and all, technically like a little therapist.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, I guarantee you there are more barbers that don't talk. They have less clientele than ones who do. You know what I'm saying? Because you automatically look at him as a confidant, right?
Yeah, it's a relationship.
You know what I'm saying? I like the recycle flow and gain that I get from one person to the next. I like to listen. I like to learn. I like to understand my purpose. And that's how I know I'm walking within my purpose, because my conversation helps somebody. My ear helps somebody. Because even if I don't have the way to support you, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes me just shutting up and listening to you, it's just enough. And I can get self-gratification out of that. See, what I do to get monetary gain is selfish. You know what I'm saying? It's and that's cool, right? I get that because of my gift, right? That's the side effect of it. But the side effect of me walking in my purpose is that I can monetize it. But I have to walk in my purpose first. I just thought it was real good around Coogler to that man came face to face with the devil. He saw the worst of it. Marks all on his face and couldn't let that gift go.
I can't let it go. This is not only my passion. This is my belief. This is my everything.
And here's the thing. I thank God for passion, but I thank God for the gift, but it can't become your God. Sometimes you just have to take a step back from something just to show him and yourself that this doesn't have a hold on you before it gets a hold on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I stopped smoking weed and started smoking cigarettes for a good little minute, right? Because I'm a strong-willed person, right? I stopped doing that because I felt like it had a hold on me. And I don't like knowing that anything got a hold on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say that I'm not saying that somebody can't indulge in what it is that they do, whatever it is that they do, right? Yeah. I think it's just more important for you to show yourself and to show them and to show God that it don't have a hold on you. You can live without it.
You got self-control.
You got self-control. You can walk in your purpose. That's all he want. He just wants to make sure that this don't have a hold on you.
Yeah.
Once you show him he ain't got a hold on you, I think it's fair game. You know what I'm saying? I think he will allow you to. But let me just see, does this have a hold on you?
Yeah, your life is not meant to do one thing and only one thing. And it's a whole thing that been passed down for generations. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And that's essentially what he did. All I want to do is play music.
That's all I want to do is play music, man.
About what's going on around me. I don't care who I heard. I don't care what. I don't care about shit. I just know I'm gonna play this damn guitar, and that's what he did. But sometimes, focusing on only one thing can fuck you over on a whole lot of other shit.
Yeah, I don't think with me being a
with his family, because he was leaving. So I mean, at the end of the day, man, don't focus only on one thing, because when you do, you gonna look back and be like, damn, I forgot about all that shit back there.
Real shit, bro.
A trail of shit you fucked over back there. And you like, well, at least I still got my guitar. You're right, you still got your guitar, but at the end of the day,
what else do you have?
Lonely motherfucker.
You gonna be a lonely motherfucker? You lonely as a motherfucker. You sitting at that bar, because people haven't learned to love you outside of your gift, your form of entertainment, right? I think I like the way you said that, because I was at a space where barbering came right on time for me, right? And probably sooner than I thought. It was probably more critical in my household than I thought. I had dedicated so much time to music. I think my wife was getting tired of me, low key. I think, real talk though, it was stressful watching this. For me, it began to be stressful. And I started feeling,
Talking about the movie or
no, just music, just me doing music, right? It became stressful for me. I think the best decision I made was when I saw that I had something that I was just as passionate about, that I broke away from music and pursued that, and I excelled very quickly at it. Barbering, because to your point, not being stuck on one thing, right?
Yeah.
Barbering has opened up so much more doors for me than music ever did. I don't know you without it.
Facts.
I don't know anybody that's on this show, sitting on this camera, do the music. I don't. And I'm not saying that I'm not supposed to be doing it, but I'm saying, where would I be right now? I can take care of my family. I've done pretty well for myself. Yeah. If I don't allow myself, I look at it like this. I think I said this on No Show 2T. Your dreams and your goals are just like this here. For me, this is what I see. All right. These two doors, right? I always leave this door open for a reason. Now, I don't know if you ever pay attention to that.
I absolutely do.
I always leave this door open for a reason, because it reminds.
I pay attention to all exits.
Yeah, it reminds me of this. We walk. There's a house with our dreams and our goals in it, right? And often we're pulling on a door that we really want to get behind. We keep tugging at it. We keep pushing at it, right? And the motherfucker never opens. It never opens. We want it so bad that we keep, every day we wake up, we try to get it. We waste milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, and years trying to get behind this fucking door, and it never opens for us. But every day, this door is open. Just what we want is, we know what we want is behind here. We never turn to look at the door that's open, that's wide open for us to walk through. Much easier, but because we want what we want, right? And we're stuck in our own.
That's what I want.
Yeah, we're just like we're just like kids. This is what we want. We're grown now, but this is still what we want, right? We're not understanding, man, why is this door wide open for me? Man, have you ever thought to see people why this door is wide the fuck open? Maybe it's just something for you. Maybe there's an easier road to get to what you want if you go through this door. Maybe this is the back door to your dreams. Maybe you have to go through this door to get to this door because this door ain't budging. Or maybe what's behind that door ain't just for you at all. But this door is.
Yeah, that's because it's I want the fast way. I want the easy way, not the hard way.
Yeah, we don't entertain the fact that we have more than one gift.
I'm gonna go get this axe and this hammer and this chainsaw and break down this door because that's what I want.
Yeah, we get the, trying to pick the lock. Almost on some burglar, right? We gonna steal. Whatever. We want this. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, entertain the idea that you were born with more than one gift, and you was born with more than one purpose. And don't be scared to experience things. Allow your seasons to come and go.
Yeah, you're gonna experience some ups and downs, some heartbreaks, but
Yeah.
you go through that shit because you get to a point to where you got what, maybe not even what you want, but you got what you needed, and you love the fact that you didn't get what you want because you love the fact I got what I needed, and all the shit you went through making you cherish the shit that like, oh shit, this is what I needed. I didn't need that, and I'm glad I went through that because this made me cherish all the shit that I have now. But if you focus on that one task, like you were saying, you focus on that one thing, you don't go through shit. You do, but you don't go through the right shit to get you to where you can be the best of you. You can be the best musician, but you horrible at yourself. Because all you know is music.
Say that again for the people, man. You could be the best at it, but you're horrible to yourself. Because sometimes we're so selfish in chasing our dreams and our goals and the things that we want out of life, bro, to the point where we lose ourselves and we lose our family and friends. And now you find yourself alone. Whether you're doing good at it or bad, you find yourself alone. You alienated everybody else for it. You start, I tell my son this all the time, especially my oldest son, because he's 16. I say, hey man, being mad at the world ain't gonna stop it.
That motherfucker still gonna keep.
And that motherfucker still rotating, man. It ain't gonna stop shit, man. Stop walking around here acting like you mad at the world. It changes nothing. It's not going to stop the world from moving. It's not going to stop because you're mad. It's not going to stop because you're crying. It's not going to stop because you're happy. It's not going to stop ever.
No.
It's a ongoing. Life has to keep moving, and so will this world. It's going to keep moving. You better. I say this every time somebody dies around me. It just makes me want to live more. Understanding that they had their time.
That's true.
I want to make sure I make good use of mine. I'm not going to, it may sound insensitive. It may sound fucked up or however you want to word it. I try to put myself in this situation that, I'm not saying I'm prepared for anybody to die. That's not what I'm saying. But I always ask God to not allow me to sit in it so long.
Don't wallow in your own shit.
To the point where I'm dying of a heartbreak or life is still moving. I look at it like this, man. Like if we are made in the image of God, right? And we are. What if God took 1 second to cry over Jesus? What if God took 1 day to cry over anybody? What if he said, today I need a break. I ain't gonna be God. I'm mourning. That's basically what I'm saying. Everything that we do, everything that's existing and moving with the purpose in this world is because he is all seeing, all knowing, and never takes a break from being God. What if he took 1 day off and said, look, man, or what if he took some bereavement days off? Look, I'm finna use these 3 days. I
see y'all Thursday.
Yeah, I ain't never used these 3 days. I'm a holler back. Yeah, y'all'll be good. I'm gonna tell you what'll happen. Bruce Almighty, what happened? That's what will happen.
That's a very good movie.
That's a very good movie. We saw what happened when God took off. Everybody think they can be God. Until you have to be. Until you see what it comes with. Everybody think you got to be God, man. So there was this guy that my son used to play basketball with, right? And his son tragically died at school in front of his classmates. I think he had a seizure and he passed, right? My son was very emotional with him. You know what I'm saying? They got real close. They continued to stay close after Little League basketball. And I think he was like 15, 16 years old when this happened, bro. And I remember running into his dad at the store. And I said, bro, man, I'm glad. I'm happy to see you, but I've been waiting for this moment, man. I just want to hug you and just give you my condolences. When I heard, man, I said, I'm not really big on reaching out to people as soon as something like this happens, because I know they still need to process, and I don't want to put that on you, because I know people are asking you, what happened? You got to repeat the same thing. You're trying to grieve with it the best way you can, but you have to keep reliving the story because everybody wants you to tell them the story type shit. And he was like, man, I know this sounds like so cliche, but how you doing, man? And he said, bro, I appreciate it, man. He said, I'm doing okay. My wife is not. But he explained to me why he was doing it okay. He said, I ain't gonna let nobody make me feel bad about it. Yeah. He said, bro, life is lifing, bro. Like, I gotta get back to living. I don't want to be sad all day. You have to choose to do that. And I thought it was so powerful because, man, you just lost your son. If that don't hurt, Lord have mercy. If that don't hurt, what I mean, so I was like, okay, bro.
You gotta understand though, like, you can be sad, but it's another thing to just be walking around just sad all the damn time, right? Because your emotions dictate how you move. And if you moving sad, like, just because you sad don't mean you gotta walk around looking sad and shit like that.
Yes, you know what I mean? yes.
You can still be functional, I'll say that.
Yes.
You don't have to be, oh damn, I'm sad. I gotta walk to the car sad.
Yeah.
I gotta walk to the grocery store sad. Like, and that's just my opinion. Like,
and, no.
With sadness on my sleeve.
That's your opinion, but it's a factual statement.
Yeah.
Right? I can't do what I do for a living without that concept being true. Mm-hmm. Nobody comes to the shop to hear the barber's problems. They don't.
I listen to it, bro.
They don't. I mean, I know you. Thank you, brother. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, though.
I get you.
People come to their junk to decompress, and they want to talk what they want to talk. Mm-hmm. And they just want you to listen to them, give them some feedback. But nigga, put this in perspective. If you came in and you asked me how I'm doing today, and I'm like, man, nigga, shit fucked up around here.
Yeah.
I got this. Man, you don't want me to cut your hair.
Yeah. Sit down and talk to him.
Yeah. So you have to be able to. I was just telling myself, man, so many. I'm gonna tell you man, being a dad is so gangster, bro. It is so gangster, bro. It is so fun, and you learn so much. You learn so when you're truly trying to raise your child. You learn so much. You know what I'm saying, behind it. And I had just told my son, like, he jumped in the car from football practice and shit. And he had this little vibe and shit. I said, bro, what's wrong with you? And he's like, Dad, just some days, some days ain't gonna be a good day. I said, but why you showing it though?
And that's not.
And he looked at me, and I said, bro, don't show somebody that you having a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, try to get over it quick, but don't show nobody that you having a bad day. That's not how you want to be seen. Yeah. Trust me. That's not how, like that's not how you want to be seen, bro.
Yeah. Not only that, it's not so much of showing people that you're sad or you're down. It's more so when you feel down and you show yourself that, yo, I need to be looking like I'm down. It plays a critical role in how you perceive yourself and how you act and how you move.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you don't have to be sad and Debbie Downer. You don't have to look like that. I mean, if you want to do that, I'm not gonna judge you. If that's what you want to do, do that. But at the same time, how are you gonna get yourself out of it? It ain't gonna happen overnight. I can tell you that from experience. It will not happen overnight.
I mean, how do you want to be remembered, right? Like, truly, when you see somebody, I've looked at people in their caskets when they died and they look mad. I don't want that to be the last vibe on my face.
Yo, I told my whole family, I told my kids, at my funeral, I don't want nobody crying. I got one requirement at my funeral. everybody got to tell a joke.
Tell a joke, bro. Tell a joke.
I
Look,
walk around telling dad jokes all day the fucking long.
All day.
Man, don't nobody cry. Get your ass up there
and tell a joke and celebrate, man. Celebrate. We really do. I recently just did that. My best friend's mom just passed. We did the funeral this weekend, and it was such a beautiful funeral because everybody, you had to act how this woman lived.
That's it.
You had to act how the woman lived. You couldn't get up there and not have a good story to tell that made you feel better than other people did. So that's very important that you're able to that you do that. My cousin, I think I told you this story. I think he was coming to me around that time. You remember I said my son found my yeah. Okay, all right. So I remember when he came to the shop. He was in his car and he had his dog riding shotgun. And when I went outside to holler at him, he was like, "Hey man, I just want to let you know I'm going to the tire shop and get my tire fixed. I'm still coming and I should be on time." And I said, "Cool." And he had his arm around the dog, right? And it was just like this heavenly glow, literally beaming on them. Nothing but happiness and peace on him and the dog. And I remember telling him my only regret about that situation is that I didn't take a picture. Because I remember telling him, I said, "Bruh, the way the sun hitting you right now, like it's a portrait moment, man. I should go take a picture." You mean he just put a smile on his face and he said, "Hey man, I'm gonna be back though, nephew. I'm gonna be back." I said, "Bet." So he go up there and he come back. He said, "Hey man, they gonna be a minute, man. So I ain't want to be late for my." Is it okay if I could just chill in here? I said, "Yeah, man, come on here. We'll trash talk the Cowboys and take your mind off some things." And blase. I'm chopping them up, blah, blah, blah. You know, so the inevitable ends up happening later on that day, right? And all I can do is when I stood up to give my remarks to him, all I could do was say, I literally cut his hair that day, hours before it happened. And the last time, and I'm probably the last person that saw him outside of his mom. I'm almost positive. I mean, they knew him.
Right.
I said, but I can't shake the fact that he was having a good day. And even if he wasn't having a good day, he didn't show it. He had a smile on his face. How do you want to be remembered today? Is what I got out of that. What's the last look that you want to have on your face of you? Because you don't know when it's your last. What's the last energy you want to give off? So you know that was good, man.
And on that, man, I do want to say that as we say, like, don't walk around being sad and stuff like that. We're not saying, and I am definitely not saying, don't talk about that shit.
Oh yeah, wow, please, man, please.
This whole stigma that you can't talk about the bad shit that happened in our community or the bad shit that's happening to you. No, you need to talk about that shit to somebody. And stop saying, "Oh, my kid too young to know this shit." No, they not. Your kid need to know everything because guess what? If they go through it when they get older, how the fuck are they going to maneuver through it? Facts. I stopped sheltering my kids a long time ago, bro. Like, no, Dad, what's wrong, man? I'm crying. I miss my dad.
Yeah.
I miss my mom. I literally told my kids.
Yeah.
Because that shit is real.
Yeah.
As a grown man, I miss my parents, but don't act like the shit don't exist.
Yeah.
What I am simply saying is you don't have to walk around miserable because you feeling emotional.
You don't.
Okay.
You don't. Please let it out. Don't let it in, because the only person you end up hurting is yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're just you start destroying yourself. You start blaming yourself. You're just a ticking time bomb, man. Lean not into your own understanding. Please seek counsel.
Talk that.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember when me and my wife first moved to Texas, man. We ain't know nobody. It was just me and her. We went down there. It was my job, flew me down and everything. And we was sitting in some fucking restaurant, dude. And we was just down there looking for an apartment because we finna get ready to make this big life-changing move. Didn't know shit. And we sat next to this older white couple, dude. And they just spent a absurd amount of time just talking to us about life shit and normal shit. And was like, it'll be all right. Didn't know what we were going through. It was just that random couple that just was like, "You guys look new, this, whoop-de-whoop." And at the end of the night, me and my wife was like, that was random as fuck, but we didn't realize we needed that because we were scared out of our fucking mind. We ain't nobody in Texas. We just so sometimes, man, listening and talking to a random ass stranger is better. Well, sometimes better than just talking to somebody you know because it's a
non-biased, and that's what you need.
Non-biased opinion and be like, well, this, or what about this? Like, talk to any fucking body.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is.
Please do.
Talk to somebody that you know that they won't turn that shit against you in like an argument or shit like that. Because we've had that shit happen to us plenty of times. But you just gotta, it's ups and downs. Sometimes you think you can trust somebody and then, oh shit, nope, I can't trust you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people are so fucking evil, they can jump in a lake and turn that bitch into a swamp. So you just gotta watch people.
I hadn't heard it like that. Okay. All right. On that note, man. Hey man. It's been man, it's been man, it's been a good show. Y'all if you get nothing outside of this, what you getting ready to say, T? Man, first of all, man, just, guard your, what we got out of this show was called, Old Brother, We're Out There Center. Okay. Make sure that you're guarding your soul and your spirit the way that you should. Make sure you're getting the help that you can. We always like to leave you with a gem, so I'm just going to get mine real quick, and then, T, if you got something you can, if not, pass the mic back to me. Be careful what you're allowing in your spirit. Ryan Coogler, great movie, phenomenal job, man. All the all the cast, wardrobe, man, everybody that made this movie so excellent, man. The vampires, everybody played their role. Y'all embodied the role. Y'all definitely got people looking over their shoulders at certain times. So y'all did that, man. And per usual, man, just another great show with you, T. What you want to leave them with?
I got two things to say. The first thing is, when you out there, man, don't give your whole heart to nobody. You need to break your heart up in pieces, and only you supposed to have the biggest piece of your heart. I teach my kids that, you know what I mean? Whether that's 60% to you and 40%, you got to break it down and give it to your job, your kids, your wife or your husband, your career. Like, you got to break that shit down because the biggest piece of your heart, you should own, nobody else. So when people say, oh, you are my everything, I'm going to give you my whole heart, stop that shit.
Stop, yeah.
Because you can give somebody your whole heart and they be like, fuck this shit.
Ain't it, man? Boy.
And then you're like, oh shit, my heart broken.
And ruin this shit, bro. And fuck.
Give you a piece of my heart.
Just a piece.
That way, if you break that, I still got the majority of my heart.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the second piece is, I told you earlier, 988 is the hotline for mental health. And if you're trying to find like a black therapist, I've heard this the other day, is blacktherapistmatter.com or .net. So
okay.
Look into that.
Man, thank you for that, bro. Thank you for that. That's love, man. Hey, per usual, man, we hope you woke up winning. Definitely not whining. Hope you enjoyed the show, the Correct Change show. We leaving it all on the table. It's right there.
Yeah.
Man, we'll see y'all next time. Y'all be blessed. One.